So hello everyone. In our last lecture in this particular modern India that we started, we finished up that 1724. Now this was the landmark stage when the state of Hyderabad was found. Okay, state of Hyderabad was found on this particular year. Now, as we remember, during that time, the emperor that was ruling over the India, that is the Mughal Empire, it was Farooq Shah, and Farooq Shah was succeeded by Muhammad Shah. Muhammad Shah in 1719. 1719, he was disposed by Sayyid brothers, and Sayyid brothers were finally defeated in 1720 by Nizam of Mulk, who supported Muhammad Shah and went ahead to carve out the state of Hyderabad in 1724. Now, let me go ahead and brief you what was the situation by that time all over the India. Now, this was the area, the Mughal zone. Okay. Now, this was the Mughal zone. Now, provinces, as we will come into the in medieval part of the India when we will discuss about the Mughal administration, we will know that provinces were the entire kingdom was divided into provinces which were under Subedar. Now, in Bengal there was a Subedar. Now, like governor, like he was the governor. Zulfikar Khan was earlier the governor for Deccan, the southern India. So, in the similar manner, over here Ali Vardi Khan was there. And over here, this was the state of Bengal. This was the state of this was Mughal state. This was the southern part of India. While here the Sikhs were there, they were not prominent force over there at that particular time. That is the western part. Okay, and it was western part, that is Rajasthan, was the Rajputana, who were already in alliance with the Mughals, and the sixth state west of Indus was not consolidated yet, but they were the rising power. And this particular in Deccan, this was the Maratha kingdom. Okay, so we know that by 1724, this particular Hyderabad state was carved out. Hyderabad in 1724. Now, similarly, we know that province of Deccan province had multiple states. Okay, similarly, there was a kingdom called Carnatic. Okay, Carnatic, it's very important. Carnatic was there a state in southern part of India again. Okay, now Carnatic was again becoming independent because Mughal power was growing weak in the center. After the death of Aurangzeb in 1707, we can see that continuously central power जो था weak होते जा रहा था. Okay, so इस कारण से जो तुम्हारे provinces में जो government थे वो तुम्हारे stronger होते जा रहे थे because there was no powerful authority to take control of them. So इस कारण से क्या हुआ, Carnatic में भी Sadatullah Khan in 1725. स्टेट ऑफ कैरनेटिक मतलब हेरिडिटरी बना दिया गया था उसको भी. मतलब इससे पहले ही वॉज सब्जुगेटेड टू निज़ाम, एंड निज़ाम वॉज द डेक्कन गवर्नर, और उसके बाद ही वॉज रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू दिल्ली, ओके। बट जब क्या हुआ था 1725 से देखा गया कैरेनेटिक्स, नवाब ऑफ कैरेनेटिक जो कि रूलर ऑफ कैरेनेटिक को बोला जाता था, he also grew independent and therefore he founded the kingdom of Carnatic with its capital at Arcot. Okay, now this was the situation till 1720 and 25 basically, ये तुम लोग को पता होना ज़रूरी है ये सब, ओके। ना दिस वाज द पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन। तो इतने प्रोविंसेस में ऐसे ऐसे गवर्नमेंट आ चुके थे और निज़ाम ऑफ हैदराबाद ऐसे जा चुका था। तो कैरेनेटिक का हम लोग बात करना स्टार्ट किए थे, ओके। सो कैरेनेटिक वाज फाउंडेड बाय सादतुल्ला खान। तो इतने स्टेट थे, अभी आप लोग को मैंने बताया जैसे कि कौन कौन से स्टेट थे, 6 स्टेट थे, मुगल स्टेट थे, राजपूताना था, मराठा स्टेट था, हैदराबाद था, बंगाल था, ठीक है, एंड आरकॉट थे, एंड देवर आपके कोस्टल टाउन्स, कोस्टल स्टेट्स तो अलग थे ही, एंड देवर फैक्ट्रीज एज वेल। नाउ ब्रिटिश केम इनटू पावर बाय रिप्लेसिंग ऑल ऑफ दीज पावर्स। Now, how did they manage to do so? Okay, that is why we will go ahead and read the provincial and the administration of these particular kingdom, how these were conquered by the British, and then how they came to be known as a central authoritative figure in India. Okay, so that was the main reason कि जहाँ तक हम लोग बैकड्रॉप दे रहे थे या फिर हमारे तरफ से अभी बैकड्रॉप दिया गया था। एंड इफ़ यू लाइक दिस सेशन, आप जा करके लाइक कर सकते हैं हमारे वीडियोज़ को ऑन द सेम चैनल। And we also have, as I stated, that we also provide notes and online session as well as compilations. So you can see over there handwritten notes, study material, essay compilations, craft work, doubt clearing sessions, and sessions on demand. We are trying to come up with various services that might help students who are preparing for different government examinations, catering to different spectrums like combined defense services as well, उसके बाद से आपका BPSCs में भी and JPSCs में भी and state regional आपके service selection boards में भी जो भी questions आते हैं, we try to go ahead and cover that as well. So अभी हम लोग थे 1724 में ये हो चुका था, और 1725 में कैरेनेटिक जो स्टेट था it became basically semi-independent state. In 1725 with its first ruler as Sadatullah Khan. Okay. Now Sadatullah Khan 1725, okay. बट एट द सेम टाइम आपको डेक्कन में ये याद रखना होगा, अगर हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं कैरेनेटिक के बारे में, तो डेक्कन में राइजिंग पावर कौन थे? हैदराबाद तो कैरेनेटिक वॉज अंडर निज़ाम ऑफ हैदराबाद के रहते थे शुरू से, ठीक है, बट मराठाज वेयर द ग्रोइंग पावर, ये याद रखना होगा हम लोग को। नाउ ही डिडंट हैड एनी, सादतुल्ला खान डिडंट हैड एनी heir to his throne, and that is the reason he selected Dost Ali, who was his son-in-law. Now Sadatullah Khan ruled from 1725 till 1732, and Dost Ali ruled from 1732 to 1740. Meanwhile, Sadatullah Khan II was the ruler when Marathas attacked and took a major part of the kingdom of Arcot, okay, and that is when Nizam of Hyderabad and Sadatullah Khan II went ahead and fought Marathas. But this was during 1744, and then is when 1745 what happened. Since still Hyderabad was the province, since still the Nizam of Hyderabad had influence over the Carnatic political scenario, and that is why in 1745 what he did, he replaced Sadatullah Khan II by Nawab Anwaruddin. Anwaruddin. Okay. Now 1745 Nawab Anwaruddin was made, but what happened? Sadatullah Khan too had a son called Chanda Sahib. Chanda Sahib. He was nephew, in fact. Okay. Now 1745 Nawab Anwaruddin was made by whom? Nizam of Hyderabad, who was Nizamul Mulk Asaf. But this person, that is Nizamul Mulk Asaf himself, passed away in 1748. Okay. Now up till here, okay, Sadatullah Khan and Chanda Sahib, they were from the same clan, same family, but this Nawab Anwaruddin was from another clan and another clan, and that is why Nizamul Mulk, when Nizamul Mulk died, there was a serious power problem in Carnatic of succession. Okay, and we should remember during that time the French, will come to the French as well, will come to the English East India Company as well, but as of now we are, as I stated, we will be first approaching the succession state or the states that were there in that particular time in India, and then we'll come to British, and then we'll come to French as well. Okay. Now in the War of Succession, the French Governor General in 1748 in India, on the death of Nizamul Mulk, was Lord Dupleix, French Governor General. Okay. Now what he had a strategy to interfere in mutual quarrel among the Indian kings. Interfere in the mutual quarrel among the Indian kings, between the power contenders, in fact, if we can say, between the power contenders. Now, as we know, at that particular time there was a person, Chanda Sahib, who was not absolutely happy by Nizamul Mulk's decision, and that is why he started intriguing on behalf. उसने क्या किया, फ्रेंच के साथ मिल करके, ठीक है, and then Nizamul Mulk, when also died in Hyderabad, there was a serious power crisis in Hyderabad as well. ये तो तुम्हारे कैरेनेटिक का सीन था जहाँ पे चंदा साहब और अनवरुद्दीन लड़ रहे थे, बट हैदराबाद में क्या सीन हुआ था? हैदराबाद में there was a serious power struggle between Nasir Jung, who was the son of Nizamul Mulk, and then there was Hyderabad was Nasir Jung, son of Nizam, and then there was Muzaffar Jung, who was the son of Nasir Jung, or who was the grandson of Nizam. That is the grandson of Nizam. Okay. Now this was the particular scenario. Now what French decided to do, in fact, Dupleix, okay, he tried and he actually went ahead and supported Chanda Sahib in Carnatic A battle was fought at Amur in 1749, or in fact 1754, and Anwaruddin was killed. And he was succeeded by Chanda Sahib. Furthermore, Muzaffar Jung, supported by French, went ahead to become the Nizam. Okay. Now, Anwaruddin had a son called Muhammad Ali, not the boxer. He went ahead and fled to Trichinopoly. And this particular Nizam, what he did, he gave the French, or in fact Dupleix, was made the governor of states in the east coast from Krishna to Kaveri, from river Krishna to Kaveri. That is basically, let me show you on the map, that would be basically from here till here. Okay. Now whole coastline, east coast, it was under French. Now French were at the most powerful at that particular time, but there was also a foreign party that was involved in India, that was British. Now British were not mere spectators. Now what British decided to do, British in fact went ahead and supported Muhammad Ali. इन सब के बीच हम लोग को ये याद रखना चाहिए कि ये तो इंडिया में फ्रेंच और ब्रिटिश का स्ट्रगल था, लेकिन वर्ल्ड में भी फ्रेंच और ब्रिटिश का स्ट्रगल उस टाइम चल रहा था. ओके, एंड दैट इज़ वाई दे थ्रू देयर ऑल, इन फैक्ट दे फॉट ऑल आउट टू काउंटर ईच अदर. ओके, एंड त्रिचुनापोली में मोहम्मद अली को सपोर्ट किसने करा? ब्रिटिश ने. And then is when Clive, Robert Clive, and Ayerkut, these are one of the most important person in laying the foundation of the British rule in India, Ayerkut. They fought a battle to release the siege of Muhammad Ali, because he was under the siege at Trichinopoly under the French. Now what they did, that is Robert Clive and Ayerkut, they went ahead in 1760, fought French, and Nawab of Carnatic, and what happened then, it is known as Battle of Vandewash, in which French was routed and the victors were British. And in 1763, in the world context, as I stated, there was also a battle being fought between French and the British in the world. And in 1763, okay, Treaty of Paris was signed between British and the French. Between British and French. and French. Okay. Now Muhammad Ali was made the Nawab of Carnatic, and Nasir Jung was given back, and Muhammad Ali was given as the ruler of. He was made the ruler of this particular state, that is Carnatic. Now in 1763, Treaty of Paris was signed between French and the British, according to which French were to live in India as French were to live in India as British protectorate. Live in India under the protection of British. Okay. Now this was the main equation. Since then on, there was no further French domination. But in the meanwhile, we should remember French power was at their peak in 1754 when Anwaruddin was killed and Muzaffar Jung was made the Nizam. Okay. But as I stated कि फ्रेंच का वॉर चल रहा था फॉरेन पर्सपेक्टिव में भी एंड इंडिया में भी उनका पावर स्ट्रगल लगातार चल रहा था, ठीक है. एंड 1754 में क्या हुआ था, ओके, टोटल 1754 में वॉर इतना बढ़ चुका था फ्रेंच और ब्रिटिश का, और कि 1754 में ड्यू टू कॉस्ट इतना ज़्यादा उन लोग का बढ़ चुका था वॉर को लेके, दे ट्राइड टू वेंट अहेड एंड रिकन्सिडर देयर पॉलिसी, एंड इन 1754 Dupleix, who made all this possible for French power in India, was recalled in 1754. Okay. और जब निज़ाम यहाँ पे मुजफ्फर जंग, जब तुम्हारा चंदा साहिब और मुजफ्फर जंग जब तुम्हारा निज़ाम था और चंदा साहिब कैरनेटिक का नवाब था, तो ड्यूप्लेक्स जो थे यहाँ पे अपने बेस्ट कमांडर जो थे, दिस इज़ बुशी, ही वॉज द फ्रेंच कमांडर जो ही वॉज इन निजाम्स कोर्ट को रखा था. दिस इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, इसलिए बता दिया. हु वॉज द फ्रेंच कमांडर, दैट वॉज बुशी, हु वॉज इन द निजाम्स कोर्ट. ड्यूप्लेक्स वॉज कॉल्ड इन 1754. काउंट डिलाली आया था 1760 में. काउंट डिलाली वॉज मेड. वी विल रीड अबाउट दिस इन द फ्रेंच. अभी बस आप लोग को बैकग्राउंड दे रहा हूँ. काउंट डिलाली इन 1760 but was unable to revive the French power, and they lost finally the battle of Vandivas, and Muhammad Ali was restored to the power, and finally in 1801, since then the main power since the ascension of Muhammad Ali, जब मोहम्मद अली नवाब ऑफ कैरनाटिक बना, तब से मेजर पावर आ चुका था ब्रिटिश के बाद से, और तब से लेकर 1801 तक, जब तक फाइनली 1801 में कॉन्कर कर लिया ब्रिटिश ने किसको, कैरनाटिक स्टेट को, ठीक है, कैरनाटिक स्टेट को. और कैरनाटिक स्टेट का कुछ हिस्सा, और टीपू सुल्तान को जब हराया था ब्रिटिश ने 1799 में, ओके, उसका कुछ पार्ट लिया गया उसके किंगडम का, और कैरनाटिक का कुछ हिस्सा लेके और मालाबार का कुछ एरिया लेकर के करेंट मद्रास प्रोविंस, दैट वाज मद्रास प्रोविंस वाज carved out, that is Madras presidency. That's how Madras presidency came into picture. Okay, so यहाँ तक हम लोग कैरनाटिक ख़त्म कर चुके हैं अभी तक. 1801 में फाइनली व्हेन इट वाज कॉन्कर्ड, फ्रॉम 1725 से लेकर के 1801 तक. अभी तो हम लोग सिर्फ कैरनाटिक ख़त्म किया, अभी हम लोग हैदराबाद पे भी आएंगे, बंगाल पे भी आएंगे, मराठास पे भी आएंगे, मुगल पे, बिकॉज 18th सेंचुरी इंडिया हम लोग जो पढ़ रहे हैं, 18th सेंचुरी इंडिया को पढ़ने से पहले और बिफोर नोइंग हाउ ब्रिटिश केम इनटू पिक्चर, वी शुड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर कि उस टाइम ऑलरेडी रूलिंग पावर्स कौन थे, इसलिए ये सब बेसिक्स ज़रूरी है. Okay, so that would be all. Do like our videos, do share this if you feel it helpful, or if you like, or if you do feel it helpful, share it with the students who are appearing or preparing for the examinations. Do like and subscribe, and as I said, we do provide you services like handwritten notes, study materials, essay compilations. That would be it. See you on the next video then.